From the Shack podcast is sponsored by Thermapen. Designed for chefs and loved by home cooks worldwide, Thermapen ensures perfectly cooked food every single time. With its unrivaled speed and accuracy, sleek waterproof design, and a 5-year guarantee, Thermapen is certified to perfect every roast, bake, barbecue and steak. Myself and Dec highly recommend Thermapen as it's the only food thermometer that we use at home as well as when we're cooking at our pop-ups. So cook to temp and not time and enjoy the episode. Welcome back everyone to episode 3 of season 2 of From the Shack podcast. I'm Steve as always and joined by, you all know Dec by now. It's only been 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Recording on a Sunday today because I'm having major car trouble. It's causing me a lot of headache, but there you go. So we can't get together tomorrow. So we're recording on a Sunday, which is quite nice because it's a little bit more relaxed. We had a little bit more time. Dec's nursing a little hangover.
Slightly.
But we'll get through it.
Football's back in it.
I know. When does Premier League start officially? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Charity Shield's on next
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not doing it on Sundays in future when we're in the football league.
I might plan it for every Sunday. When you say I've got a heart tomorrow, yeah, we'll record next time. So we're going to cover the usual stuff. If you've not been here before, we will talk about things that we've been cooking in between now and the last podcast that we recorded. We'll also go over some little bits of community news and things like that. And we normally have topics. Now, this week, we're not going with a new topic because the topic we had last week we kind of only just scratched the surface.
Yeah, and we've got a few bits. I've got a few suppliers and stuff and brands that sort of want to talk about it. So
so we reached out to a few brands and quite a few people got back to us with their thoughts on the UK BBQ scene and whether they think it's growing or not. We think it is from our experience, but obviously we're in this weird barbecue bubble echo chamber thing, so we just wanted to speak to people who are actually selling barbecue equipment and barbecues and see if they can confirm or deny that is the case. So we'll be talking about that. And we may as well jump straight into it then.
Go for it.
Yeah. So we'll talk about things that we've been cooking. Do you want me to go first?
Go first.
Okay, so I've not done a lot of cooking. I've been super busy.
Notable cooks and
notable cooks. Yeah. So I'm going to cover 2 things. One of them, which I just want to mention, is it's a really basic recipe, but it's one we always say is a recipe that just like hits every time. You can't fail. I did skin on chicken thighs on the barbecue.
My fave, mate.
Just delicious.
Cooked right. I'd eat that every day.
Yeah, fantastic. Did them with flatbreads. Did like a homemade quick slaw. When you were chatting last week, the fact you did just a quick slaw with what you had in the fridge, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Bit of coleslaw, flatbreads and a few different dressings and sauces and things like that. But the reason it's a notable cook for me is I was sent some rubs last week, quite a lot of them from the guys at Flavour Smith. Thank you very much. They messaged me on Instagram and said, will you try them out? We're thinking of going more mainstream with them and give us a little bit of feedback. So
what are your thoughts then?
I liked it. The thing I liked about it, which is very different to a lot of the other rubs that I'm used to using, is it was a very fine grain.
Okay. It wasn't coarse.
No coarse to it at all. It was like super fine, which I quite liked because I almost made like a marinade with that and oil.
Yeah, okay.
And left them in the fridge for a few hours, put them on the barbecue, and then when I took them off, I'd give them another little dusting of the rub, and it was really nice. And what
flavour was it?
So the one that I used was called Bird Forge Mortar. They've all got like sort of
what was the
odd names. It was aimed at poultry.
Okay, but what was the sort of flavour then? What was the flavour that it was going for?
It was very similar. I definitely had paprika in there, and it was like there was a herby tone to it as well. So I'm not sure if that was like rosemary or it could have been thyme.
I like a bit of rock.
But it was kind of typical. I don't want to use the word typical because it was very nice actually, and I would definitely use it again. So I don't want to use the word typical, but it's what you'd expect from like a chicken.
Yeah, it elevates the chicken.
Yeah, just gives you. It wasn't like roast chicken vibes, like a Sunday roasting chicken vibes, but it wasn't overwhelming either.
More like a cross between sort of roast chicken and peri-peri sort of.
Yeah, and there was I'd have to speak to him, but you got like citrusy vibes to it as well.
So maybe they've like dehydrated some like eels and stuff.
It was really nice. It was like really fresh, and it was nice just to sprinkle over. I added some to the coleslaw as well, so we just tied everything together. Okay. And it wasn't overwhelming. Like you get some rubs and you put it on, and that's all you can taste. Yeah. You can't taste the chicken. It could be any meat.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that at all. It did just enhance the chicken, so that was really nice. And I wanted to do that today just to give the lads at Flavour Forge a bit of a shout. Sorry, Flavour Sniffs, a bit of a shout out. I'm going to go through the others, and I'll give you some as well. So when I've used them, I'll pass them on to you, and you can have a go and see what you think.
Yeah, you know what it's like when you've got rubs. Like rubs you have, it's crazy. It's insane.
It's insane.
I'm like, I can't even use them.
I was a little bit thingy about when they asked. I didn't want to like sound really like rude and ungrateful and go, I'm going to struggle. So I've made a point of using them, and then I'll pass them on to you, and then you can do them, and we can just play around with them. But really, really nice, and I've used it on chicken after that.
It's good for them as well, really. If it's like, because obviously we do cook different things.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I recommend it. If you're new to barbecue and you're listening to the podcast, we have said it. Chicken thighs, so easy. I get the skin on, bone in. I debone them myself.
That's what I do, but it always embarrassed me.
I found a really quick technique because it can be quite tiresome having to like do a full packet of chicken thighs and take the bones out of them all. And you always get that little bit at the end on the knuckle.
That does my head in.
That bit of grizzle. I've found like a sort of scraping method where you just start off at the top and then almost just pull the bone from the flesh.
I did underneath, up, pull it out, and then try and just go around the bottom. Whether that Butcher John Bear, he'll probably be better.
I mean, we'll both be doing it wrong.
Yeah.
We'll both be doing it wrong. But it works. So if it works.
He's had some pictures I did of the bones after I did it. I just laughed at me. I've stopped doing it. Just buying bones now.
But try them. If you try chicken thighs, I like the skin, so I get them bone in skin on. I'll have them without the skin, but I think you're just missing a load of flavour if you take the skin off. And then another thing that I'm only going to touch on, I'm not going to draw out this because, like I said, I've not cooked loads. I did an event yesterday. Private party event yesterday, and I wanted it's not really a cook, it's more a sort of I can't believe it, I can believe it, but it's like just to show people like the difference, because I get asked a lot, especially when I'm doing classes, about fuel and charcoal and what the difference is, and you go through all you get a good quality, you get what you pay for. You can reuse quality charcoal just by closing events down, and get to reuse it. If you're buying the stuff from supermarkets or garage forecourts, it's going to be full of like some sort of paraffin or something like that. And
if you have briquettes, it's full of binders.
Yeah. So I, as a lot you know, I'm a big advocate for Globaltic. I'm ambassador for Globaltic, and it even kind of surprised me. So I did 2 long cooks on Friday night, ready for this event tomorrow. I did a pork belly, which I did the way we were going to do it at that big event, where I smoked it, and I used another Flavour Smith rub on that, which was a char siu one, which was really, really nice.
I love char siu.
So I smoked it as you normally would, foil bolted it. Once it hit 75, just added a bit more moisture and kind of just let it finish off and cook. Got it to about 93, 94, so it was just tender.
Did it in a full piece then?
Yeah, did the full thing.
Okay.
Got it to about 94, 95. Just before it was tender, because if you could take it any further, it's almost pullable. And then I took it off and just left it on the kitchen side, let it cool, and then put it in the fridge. And then before I went to bed that night, I sliced it into nice thin, almost like thick cut bacon. And then wrapped it in cling film, chilled it again, brought it with me the next day, got the Summit Kamado going, ripping hot, slapped them on, and all that, the fat's already rendered, but it's gone like jellified again, but it's still really soft, and that just starts to bubble and blister, and you get all like the char marks, and it melts in your mouth, but you've got them crispy bits of fat, but soft crispy, not like hard crispy. It's phenomenal. And I had that with tacos again with a little bit of slaw. I made that lime crema from the barbacoa Tex-Mex, but it's unbelievable.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
No, mate, I can't go. I can't believe I've never had that flavour. I saw in the other week. I don't think I had the Greek yogurt in the fridge that you use. I just thought, right, I'm just going to mix 50-50 mayo and sour cream, and then do everything exactly the same with all the lime zest and the lime juice, and then I put
it's not overly
like some white cabbage
citrusy though, is it? That's the other thing. It
it's
catches you by surprise.
It's
just a little hint,
note,
and it's like fresh. And again, with something like pork belly that's so fatty,
unbelievable, mate.
It just works.
And then, as I said, I just put a little bit of white cabbage in with it.
So good.
No, like didn't do any measuring or anything. I just literally just lobbed it in, mixed it up, and just threw a load of cabbage. And it was for like a lime crema slaw. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and you could use it for anything. But two of the people that were at the event were like, "Oh, I don't like pork belly. I don't like it. It's too fatty. It's not for me. It's not for me." And I was like, "Just try it. Just try it." Yeah. And they were like, "Oh my god." And they were coming back for seconds. So, I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. And they're like, what have you done to it? What have you done to that pork belly? So I've cooked it properly. I've cooked it properly. So, yeah, I did the pork belly, which was about 6, maybe 7 hour cook, something like that, start to finish. I'd filled the basket before I started cooking in the Kamado. So I'd done, let's just round it up, did a 7 hour cook, took that off, put it on the side, and then I had a full rack of Jacob's Ladder beef ribs, got them in, and that was a 12 hour cook. Full. So 19 hours. And when I took that off and put that in my hot hold, and I lifted up the deflectors and looked under, there's still in my barbecue enough charcoal that I could do a grill cook of steaks or something like that.
To be fair, right, that's. I mean, and I had something else as one of my notable cooks. However, I did like USDA brisket.
Ah, yeah.
And there was 18 hours. It took say 18 hours start to finish because I've done it overnight, and I prefer to go a little bit lower for the overnight part, so I don't have to keep getting up in the night.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, I've looked at how much charcoal was left, and I actually cooked my actual notable dish
today,
a couple of days ago.
All right, yeah.
Like with the residual charcoal from 18 hours, I still got another cook out of it.
And that is like I've documented. I think I posted something on Instagram saying, did them 2 cooks, like 19, 20 hour cooks, and there's still enough charcoal in that basket to cook again.
That's what I do.
And that's the difference that decent charcoal. And listen, Glavati charcoal for me is the best out there, but I'm not saying go and buy Glavati. All I'm saying is do your homework and make sure you get good quality charcoal. Don't buy the naff stuff. Get a good quality charcoal. If you're asking me for my advice, I'll tell you to get Glavati every day of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do your own homework, and yeah, just reuse your charcoal. It's amazing how many times at classes when people, I look blown away when I say, when you finish cooking, close your vents down. And I've had people going, oh, I throw mine away. I'm like, you are? You must be loaded.
That's the way away.
But yeah, that's the 2 cooks I wanted to talk about. So it was the chicken thigh flatbreads. They were kind of like not really notable fancy cooks like I normally have. Like really, it was just I was testing out with.
I struggle with these notable cooks because I feel like I've done quite a few fancy ones.
Yeah. But the thing is about doing it the way we do it now, we can save some.
Yeah.
So if we ever have a quiet week like I've had, you can go back and go, right, I cooked this the other week.
Doesn't happen for me.
No, I know.
So what
about yourself?
Well, I wasn't even going to mention the USDA brisket, but I did a USDA brisket. Mm-hmm. It was really good. Minimal trimming.
Yep.
A few chunks of oak. Done overnight. 100 degrees till 8 o'clock next morning. It was about 75 degrees, something like 76. So just bumped through the stall. I've read a few things where people are leaving it a little bit later to like 80, 82 degrees, making the bark set a little bit more.
Yeah.
I might look at maybe doing that in the future.
I was worried about it drying out a little bit. I get panicky.
I do.
I'm like confident. I'm like you. I think, well, I'm going to try this, and then it gets to my safe zone where I know something's working, and if I go out of that, like it freaks me out.
Yeah, well, now because I said I was gonna do butcher spade bed and then foil boat it.
Yeah.
I got to the point of doing it, and then I took the foil away. I was like, I got to the point. I've done it. The foil boat was in. It was in the barbecue, and I started thinking about it, going, "Whoa, what if it doesn't cook as well, or wasn't it done? What if the smoke doesn't get round it as well, or wasn't? Or maybe the foil might stop the bottom from cooking." I was like,
"Is that doubt in it?"
So I literally just thought, "I'll do it on the next one." I just pulled it away. It was good. It wasn't as juicy as I would have liked. I say it was juicy. I mean, it wasn't not juicy. It was still very juicy. Just not as juicy as I would have thought.
That could have been the brisket, though. You said there wasn't a massive...
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of... So there was a really good fat coverage on the outside.
Yeah.
Just between the point and the flat, there's normally quite a big fat seam
Yeah.
that keeps it moist all the way through. So there was not really a seam as such. It was really small,
That's probably
with a small amount of fat in there. But anyway, I mean, it was still really good. I'd probably say 8 out of 10.
right.
I've done better UK ones.
I've got to get mine.
I've done
Liam's still got my one.
I've done better UK ones. I believe I've done better UK ones.
Yeah.
The last UK one I did is probably one of the better ones I've ever done.
Did you just use the single deflector plates?
No, I done the deflector plates and I did a water pan.
So you know when I did the ribs that I've just mentioned, I remember back to the when I've mentioned it before in season 1 and
When you did double indirect.
the double indirect.
Is it not double
So I did it
indirect when
again.
you do it though? When you put the deflector plates
So-
on with water?
Not really, because they're sat on the deflector plates, aren't they? So that just becomes one deflector. Yeah, but the whole point is having the air gap between the two
Do you reckon there's a good air gap?
things. No, because you sat right on top of it, aren't they?
I don't think there.
So your water pan, what do you sit that on?
I think it just sits in there. Does it not sit in there from the outside, or do you think it sits directly onto the deflector plate? I'm not sure now.
No, because are we talking about the kidney pan things?
Yeah, the
The deflector plates sitting?
drip trays.
Yeah. Do you just put the deflector plates in the bottom of
I
the...
put the deflector plates,
right, so I leave them in the tray.
and then I put
Oh, so what I did, so mine are in the steel trays, my deflector plates. So what I did was I put them in the deflector plates, dropped them down into above the basket.
Why would you do that one? Because the whole point is that you're not caking the deflector plates in shit.
Don't know.
It's a drip tray, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's very thin though, isn't it, as well? So what I did, I've got I went to Paulsden and got the Icon.
Yeah.
So I've got the mini Icon and it's got a single round deflector plate in it, which is a decent size, really. It's not too much smaller than the 2 deflector plates that you get in the big. So what I did was I put my normal deflector plates in them steel pans, dropped that into the cage, and then did I show you them square pans that I got that I've perforated for the Cadai?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So I dropped one of them on upside down onto the deflector plates, so I created that air gap in between,
Again, yeah.
and then put the second deflector plate on top, and then my grates, and then cooked.
Interesting.
I don't ever describe that very well, and people are thinking, what is this guy on about? Talking about deflector plates and steel pans, but basically, it's any way that you can make, but you've got to have that air gap. The way you've done it I'm sure will work as well. But I think
That's what I was saying to you last time. I think it's automatically double indirect.
but the steel pans are so thin.
If they're full with water.
Yeah, but not.
I fill mine. I put a litre of water in me.
Does it stay full though throughout the cook?
Up until the point it gets wrapped. Then I'm not really bothered then.
I get it might work. I don't know. I'm just sort of going off I'm thinking
My steel pans are absolutely caked, mate. They're like, I don't even know whether
my deflector plates case. But all I do is I whack me
yeah, well,
thing
that's
up
all I
and
do.
turn it off. But yeah, so it's in my head it's two layers of ceramic, and what that does, it creates that air gap between. So it's the top deflector is still going to be hot, but it's not going to have radiant heat cooking the meat from underneath, which is the problem with Kamados and cooking briskets, because the underside gets too hot. And you just try to minimise that so that it's only cooking off the convective heat in the lid. But yeah, I mean, I did it that time when I had the KJ, and every time I do ribs or brisket now, I do that. Just because it worked.
So yeah, good cook. As I said, just maybe I've just done better briskets before. Still really good. I didn't really have any complaints really. It was pull apart tender and that. It was what was good actually. I did the mustard barbecue sauce out of the barbacoa book.
Yeah.
Unbelievable again. And I did creamed corn with it again. Unbelievable creamed corn. I did slaw.
They look really good.
Yeah, it was bang on. Like I'm absolutely loving Tex-Mex food at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like nearly every one of my cooks at the moment is Mexican. Like,
Well, you read that book and you just want to cook everything. At every page you turn, you're like, I want to do it. I want to do it.
So I mean, this brings me on to my second notable cook was the Mexican hot chicken.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Again, it's out of that book. You just build like a little dry rub of just, to be honest, most of the stuff you've got in your cupboard, it's only like paprika and salt and cumin.
Which most of the rubs are anyway.
Yeah, and the only thing that's different, it does have Mexican oregano.
Yeah.
Which does have a slightly different taste.
You can get that. There's a few online.
Yeah, I've just bought mine online. I got a big massive bag. I've got online for a couple.
I've had it for about 2 years.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I hope it doesn't go out of date.
I've got it in a sealed container. I've had it for about 2 years.
But I've had mine a while. So yeah, I just did the rub out of that, dusted it on, and lobbed it in. Spatchcocked the chicken, chucked it in the barbecue around 180.
Yeah.
And then it got to about 65 degrees, and I got some of that jalapenos, chipotle, hot honey, and just dabbed it on, because you know what it's like when you put like a glaze or anything on at the end, you can just rub your rub off like really easily. So I just tried to sort of like just dab it on, and I just finished it off with some of that Mexican oregano, just like sprinkling that on. It was,
mate, it looked bang on. The pictures again, I did say it last time, if I remember. I will put the pictures on the screen, but visually, I think, and it's weird, innit, because it was just a chicken, but I think visually the image is probably one of the best looking food images just for a while.
Glazed and glossy and dark, deep red. It was really good. Like really, really good. Really I mean, I even had some with like some of that little mustard sauce again, like, because I've like it doesn't offer about three jars. It doesn't offer about 3 jars. So I've took one into work. I'm having it with everything.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, probably just take a time out and recommend that book to anyone who's like just wants a book that's going to inspire you and get you making stuff that you've probably not thought about making. The Barbacoa Cookbook. It's only been out it's not even a year, has it? Barbacoa Tex-Mex Cookbook. I know a few people have got it. I think John Wilson's got it. Someone messaged me the other day asking for recommendations for a Tex-Mex, and I sent them in the direction of that.
But all I want to do is pulled pork again, but with that mustard barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And mix the mustard barbecue sauce in when it's pulled.
Yeah.
That or ribs with it. Back end, but then there's like a rib glaze in there as well, and I'm like, you know what?
You know what that means, don't you? Let's do 2 racks.
I'm going to. That's what I'm going to do. I was going to do 2 racks. I've already spoke to Liam. Yeah. He's got some real big belly ribs in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've already. But again, there's other stuff in there like that I really want to try. There's a pastrami tri-tip.
Saying that, yeah.
So pastrami tri-tip, 3 days curing. So you're not doing like, and again, it's a smaller piece. You're not doing a huge brisket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not going to fill your fridge. It's going to be like a little piece like that.
It's weird that you brought that up, because I seen a YouTube video the other day with it was an American channel. I can't remember
it's not
the
the one where he stabs holes in it, is it? And he does it in a day. Liam sent me one the other week.
No, it was one where they did a tri-tip and then did a picanha, but they made pastrami out of both of them.
Right. Okay. The scene was he done a brisket. Pastrami brisket, but
I think he sent me this one.
He's done it in a day.
Yeah.
And like, so he literally poked all holes in it.
Yeah.
So
I think he sent me the same one. But yeah, he did a tri-tip, and he said the tri-tip out of the 2, the tri-tip came out most like what you expect pastrami to be, because it's a more dense cut like brisket, whereas the picanha was a lot more tender. And I think the end of the video they were basically saying that they loved them both, but for different reasons.
Yeah, so Liam's got some silver sides in at the moment, and he's saying he's going to cure some of them. So he's on about curing some this week, which would be quite good, really. So I mean, the only thing I'd say is they're very lean.
Yeah.
So we might just have to adapt how we actually cook that. So maybe something as lean as that you would normally smoke and braise, but then if you do actually proper pastrami, it should be smoked then steamed.
Yeah. Well, in that video, they steamed it. So, and you know what they did? They smoked it in a smoker.
Did they just take it off
a
tray and then put...
No, they just put... So they took it out of the smoker and they just plonked, but they did literally like no care taken. They had a big pot on the hob with a steam pot like on it, and they just went dink, put the lid on and steamed until they hit temp.
So I was thinking...
That's it.
I was thinking of what...
Sometimes you can overthink things, can't you?
Well, what I was thinking was I was just going to get like like a trivet type thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just setting it on the grill there above it, and then basically tenting it over with some water underneath.
Yeah.
And just maybe just doing that.
It needs to be able to escape though. Otherwise, the moisture it's going to keep producing steam, and that steam's going to settle on the meat, and it's just going to sit. I'm sure it needs to escape.
Well, it's something I need to think about.
Yeah. Just get a steamer.
I've got a steamer actually.
Just finish it off in a steamer.
Just on the hob.
Yeah. But don't tell me you've not done that with a brisket in the oven before.
No.
I have. I've finished stuff off in the oven.
I've finished stuff off in the oven, but I've never had a...
Yeah, not a steamer, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, same thing, like bringing it indoors to finish it off.
Yeah, no, I've done that before. Only when my barbecue wasn't big enough to fit all the stuff on me done for a pop-up. But I fucking just stopped cooking. You had that much meat on the barbecue.
Mate.
But no, it's one that I really, really want to try and do. Again, like I've done it a few times, but only with brisket. So, but I think, I think Silverside sounds good. Just a little bit concerned with like no fat.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose most pastrami that you make is going to be the flat of a brisket anyway, and they're not fatty.
No.
So I reckon it's not going to be too dissimilar. I really don't.
I'll just be concerned about drying out. Maybe I might not take it to say like 95 or something. Maybe I might just back it off and take it to like 90, so it's still got a little bit of bite to it.
Yeah.
If you slice it thin enough, it wouldn't be a problem.
Or smoke it in some liquid.
Well, that was the other thing, just smoke and braise.
Yeah.
And you just might lose a bit of your bark and everything. No, that's the only worry.
Yeah, but you slice it, it's pastrami, you're going to slice it thin anyway, so the bark bit's just like peppery flavour, like when you get like peppered, you get like peppered sliced cooked meats.
If anyone is an expert, making pastrami, please give us a shout, because it's, pastrami and Reuben sandwiches and all stuff like that is the dawn of sandwiches for me.
Taste it now.
You know what I mean? Even when we went to Fume, when they did it in the Yorkshire pudding, a Reuben Yorkshire.
Super finely sliced.
That's what you want, mate.
Yeah. So any other cooks?
Absolutely loads, mate. I'm not going to.
This episode of From the Shack is brought to you in part by Pit Barrel Cookers, one of the simplest, most reliable ways to get into proper charcoal cooking. If you've not seen one before, it's a vertical drum smoker that makes it ridiculously easy to get amazing results. Ribs, brisket, wings, you name it. Hang your meat, shut the lid, and let it do its thing. I've used mine now for about 6 months, and it's still one of the most hands-off bits of kit I've got. They're built, solid, easy to use, and available right here in the UK. Go and check them out at Firefly Barbecue. You can book online or go in the shop and have a look and try it out. See you in the show.
So let us know. As always, we'd like to hear about your cooks. So we're in a couple of Facebook groups, aren't we? If anyone wants a mention for like an honourable mention for a cook, if you send it us to either the Instagram account or the email address, we'll pick one or two and give you a shout out and talk through how you achieved it, and maybe other people can try it.
Definitely.
Before we move on to the main topic, part 2, couple of mentions for things that are happening in the community.
Yeah.
The Leviathan fire cage.
I know. Did I send it to you?
Yeah, and all I've done is look at pictures of it on Instagram. Liam rang me today, and he was talking about it, and he was talking about the smoker as well, because he watched that video that the guy posted in the community group on WhatsApp. Did you see it?
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, that fire cage, and he's like, oh, I know, and it's got this. I was like, it's not a barbecue. That is a kitchen.
Yeah,
it's a kitchen.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Isn't it? I mean, the weight that thing might, wherever that gets delivered, that's where it stays. That's not going to go in the back of a tranny, mate.
No, definitely. Is it on the website yet? Because the first thing I did was I had a look on the website because I wanted to see how much it was.
I don't know.
And I didn't see it on the website.
I think someone said 6,500.
Ooh, I don't know what it is.
I think.
It looks special.
Looking at it, I'm no expert in metal costs and steel costs, but I know that Leviathan don't mess around when it comes to, they use the best quality gear and materials they can get their hands on, because I went to that open day and it's like mega, and it just looks like no expense has been spared on that thing. If you've not seen it, go on Instagram and search Leviathan fire cage. It will pop up. There's loads of people there. John, Wilmington chef, I think he was actually demoing on it.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to John. But yeah, you lucky person.
Yeah, it looks like they've had some real thought into it. Like.
Yeah, I mean it's just an absolute beast. So yeah, I wanted to give that a little shout out because I think it deserved it. And then one other thing, which is there's not been much of note going on in the barbecue world on Insta or TikTok this week, but I think it's probably worth saying it's officially open now. The Catering Butcher national delivery online website. So if you go to www.shopcateringbutcher.co.uk, you can order everything that would be in the butcher shop.
You can order a load of hot links.
Liam's famous hot links, come highly recommended. Briskets, pork shoulders.
Beef cheeks. The UK briskets from there, I preferred that to the American one. So I know everyone says, "Oh, you can't do a UK brisket."
Yeah.
Well, my UK brisket was better than the American one.
Well, I was going to say, the best brisket I've ever cooked that I was most proud of was a Black Angus.
That was what mine was.
Yeah.
It was a small one as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, and it surprised me. It was like 3 kilo. So it was literally on the cusp of not. But it was a full piece at 3 kilo. And I tell you what, it was done in about 8 hours or something. Yeah. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. That's the best brisket I've ever done.
So if you are there and you're hearing us waffle on about Liam's hot links every fortnight, you can try them out for yourself now. So go and check that out on his website. Big shout out to Liam. We love you, brother. So, the main topic. So we spoke in the last episode about the growth of UK barbecue, but we kind of mainly focused on social media and its influence in that.
Yes.
Because we met on Instagram and the WhatsApp groups, and social media has been like highly influential to my personal barbecue journey. I wasn't even aware that there was a UK barbecue scene. I kind of thought I was on my own doing barbecue because like none of my mates were into it, like other than making burgers and sausages. So we did sort of talk about that a lot last week, and there was a lot of stuff that we couldn't touch. And one of the things is getting quotes from a few brands. We reached out to a few brands, as I said earlier, asking for just their tuppence on it. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through, I think we've got 5 or 6 here. I'll go through what they've said.
Yeah. And
we can discuss it and whether we agree or disagree.
Yeah, cool.
So the first one is Paul at Monolith. And he says, what I like about the current UK barbecue scene is how it is now starting to shape its own identity. New chefs are breaking onto the scene with fresh ideas and amazing creativity. I couldn't agree with that more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said, a lot of UK barbecue accounts are what's, really influencing me, and what's, I go on Instagram and look at stuff and look at what some of these people are doing. Yeah. And that's what really influences me to go and cook certain things, obviously trying to put my own little spin on it.
Yeah. I think that's exactly, pretty much just echoing what you said, really. I think the UK barbecue scene has now got its own identity. I think for a long time we were all just sort of plodding along and watching YouTube videos of American accounts and making Texas barbecue, which is fine, by the way. Like, love Texas barbecue.
Said, that barbecue box of me.
Yeah, so, absolutely great. But here in the UK and probably Europe in general, we do have a more varied palate. I think we're not sort of stuck in that thing where it's we've got to cook brisket or we've got to cook pork shoulder. And I think in the last 18 months, do you remember when we first mentioned James Peck on here, was when three influencers we think you should be following in the last season, and I think that was like episode 4 or something like that, so it was a while ago. I think from that point, like, more chefs have started to
come into barbecue. You got John the Wilmington chef, you got James Peck, you got Matt Black used to be a chef. You got all these people, more than that, by the way, so we're not just sort of cherry picking, but they're the ones that spring to mind. They're doing stuff with open fire cooking, smoking. You can put it under the umbrella of barbecue. I'm starting to not like using that term even more than I used to not like it, because it just does paint a picture. And what is it, grilling or barbecue?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
There's differences or something.
It just, and I think that term doesn't do much for what it is. But anyway, we haven't got, until we find something new to say, I don't want to stick with it. But chefs coming in and showing us different techniques, like you said last week about when James did the pork belly burnt ends and he used the thingy lid to,
it just gets you thinking.
Yeah,
it just gets me thinking, like, and so I just think, how would we do certain things when you literally have just got a fire?
Yeah, and we've just been talking about the steaming bit of the driving. Like, you'd probably say it to one and I'm like, oh yeah, you just do this. They've probably got a little technique, because they'll have worked in kitchens where they don't have all the equipment and they have to overcome.
Yeah. Do
you know what I mean? And there are ways to do it. So UK barbecue for me at the minute is really sort of on the up, like, big time. It is getting its own identity. The amount of like barbecue restaurants, that are just smashing it. You know, you got Black Cactus, like they're now being mentioned in other podcasts like worldwide, like on Underseasoned. They get brought up all the time, and they can't sing their praises enough.
It's some of the best barbecue I've paid for.
Yeah, I'm yet to have it, other than when we had it at Sizzle Fest. But I'm not counting that because that was like a pop up. Yeah. I want to go and sit down and have a proper tray. But yeah, I mean, again, we're just naming a few off the top of our heads. There are loads of people who are absolutely smashing it in UK barbecue, and I just think it's exciting what's where we're going to be this time next year, and who's going to be about, and what's going to be happening.
What did Thermapen?
So Thermapen, who are one of our sponsors, thank you very much, Thermapen. They said, hi guys, UK barbecue is officially on the map. Our Instagram feed is flooded with daily outdoor cooks, from iconic American style briskets to mouth-watering curries. I think that's a little nod to you there, mate.
Mm-hmm. Me and John Wilson, maybe.
Yeah. Fire festivals are getting bigger and better every year, and smokehouses are staking their claim in UK high streets. It's clear Brits have had a taste of the good stuff, and they're not stopping now. It's an exciting time to be a barbecuer and to be a brand on the scene. Technology and fire are blending like never before, offering innovative ways to create, control, track grilled food without losing the tradition and flavour of the craft. We've had an experience. We have had an exciting year contributing to the noise, and we can't wait to see where it goes next. They say thank you, and they have asked us to mention the RFX and their new Thermapen in collaboration with Kamado Joe.
Cool.
Which look very cool, by the way.
Yeah.
And first-hand experience, the RFX is sweet. Love it. Absolutely love it. So that would be amazing. Can't wait for the next episode. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. And yeah, again, they've touched on the fact that
I love the billows and stuff that they have. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't get it out on every cook.
No,
because like today I've cooked and it was a 3-hour cook, so
yeah.
But I just left it. I mean, I wasn't that bothered. I mean, if it goes up and down a little bit, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
However, if I was cooking a brisket like I did, I had the billows and that, because otherwise I don't think I'd be able to sleep at night.
Yeah. Well, I used it on...
Just need it for if it's a real long cook, or if you're not sort of there in the day and you're not sort of around it, then 100%.
I used it on Friday for not for the pork belly, but I used it for the ribs, because I wasn't sure how much charcoal was left in.
Yeah.
So I put the billows on the ambient probe just to track that it wasn't going cold and running out of charcoal. I had no reason to worry, like I mentioned before, but yeah, I used it for that, and it's fantastic. And you use it a lot. You're more sort of... you get a bit nerdy about the numbers, don't you? You love your graphs and all stuff like that.
It's ridiculous. Only because I'm sick to death of like thinking to myself, how long did that take? Or
yeah.
I always go with 1.5 hours per pound. That's what I always go with as a base. But then I just want to understand like the differences and I kept the lid open to wrap it there, and it actually bumped the temperature up by 15 degrees for a full hour. Yeah, and I quite like to know all that, really.
Yeah. I know that you're a nerd for it, so I just text you and go, how long did this take last time?
There's the graph. There's the graph for this cook.
But yeah, they mentioned in there as well, not just like barbecue stuff and gear. They mentioned about like the events as well, and the events are getting bigger and better, and there are more of them. And we did mention that last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, that the calendar is more jam packed, and I like the big events. Like I'm going to meet Open for the first time this year. We're going to Sizzle Fest again in September. But I really like the fact that you see on Instagram or on your socials them little indie events popping up.
Yeah.
That you never even knew was on. Like they could be in a different part of the country, but it's great just to see the images of like
any event now.
Cool food.
Any event, any food festival. I mean, surely one of the first people on the list is a barbecue.
If it's not, it should be.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah. So that was from Thermapen. Kadai reached out. They said, hi, Stephen Deck. Love what you're doing with the podcast. Thank you very much. You're absolutely right. Barbecue in the UK is definitely having a moment. We've seen a real shift in how people approach outdoor cooking. It's not just about the food anymore. It's about the full experience, community, creativity, and reconnecting with fire. Everything Kadai stands for. Thanks for thinking of us. Again, we've said this so often. It goes back to that. It's a thing that's in us. Yeah, it's in us to be outside, and I know it can sound like a little bit corny and a little bit cheesy, but it does do me the world of good being outside. Yeah, it does me the world of good. I've said it loads where that's my time. So when I light that barbecue, that's me. Like my missus and my kids. Not saying like I don't want to speak to them, but
They're
they know that that's it. Like
stop.
I'm in the back garden for however long it takes to cook that food. You know, got my tunes on, like my flip flops on or whatever, beer in hand, and I'm just messing around, tinkering around, and I'm potting around the garden, and it just does me the world of good. I just escape for a couple of hours, or if it's a long cook, for a few hours, and yeah, and I think we're both on that live fire journey at the minute. Kadai's like a good shout because you've got a Kadai, I've got a Kadai now. And yeah,
I've got loads of ideas. I can't wait for the winter more than anything, just to restart.
Yeah.
I'll be cooking so much stews.
Yeah, like wintry stuff.
Yeah,
that's the thing as well.
Or even autumn, and then like coming into autumn, and I've got the apple tree in the back garden now. There'll be like pork and apple stews going on, loads of cider in it and everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they touched on as well, like people are doing more than what people would typically think of with barbecue.
Yeah.
So it's not just, let's get a barbecue and have burgers and sausages. People are like really, I see it out on socials.
I try and literally, anything I cook inside, I just think I can cook outside.
Yeah.
So I'll try and cook outside.
Yeah. But I think we're both quite experimental in that sense, which is why I think we probably get out. Because like when you're telling me, I'm going to try this, I'm like, yeah, man, I can't wait to see how that turns out. And then, but it used to be people would be cooking the same things all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas now you go on Instagram and people are doing like mad stuff. And they're mixing things up as well. Like they're using this part of a barbecue on this other barbecue.
And cuisines. We're mixing cuisines. You know, I'm doing like fried chicken in bio buns and stuff like that. Try and mix cuisines up and stuff.
Well, that's why we did on the season finale, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we did the Texas tray, but with all the things in it. Well, I think that's what UK BBQ is about. Like, we are multicultural, and we can take little bits from there. We're not like, we've got to cook this way and we can only cook this thing.
Well, how can you do British cuisine on a barbecue, really? What's British cuisine on a barbecue?
Roast dinners, isn't it, really?
I do a roast dinner on a barbecue.
I mean, roast dinner could stand up to most things, let's be honest.
Yeah. I do a roast dinner on a barbecue. I just wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do the Yorkies.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it is. So again,
fish and chips. You can't really do fish and chips on a barbecue.
You could, but we've had this chat before, haven't we, about using like oil on a barbecue. I'd do it. I am going to do it because I'm going to do it on the Kadai.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to do it on the Kadai. So I am going to do it because I feel very safe about that hanging bowl. I wouldn't do it on a. Here's what I wouldn't do. So I wouldn't do it on my Kamado where you sit in something on the grates that could go
imagine.
Or move. But if it's hanging, it's always gonna. You know what I mean? The way gravity works, it's always going to be the right way up. It's never going to flip. You just jinxed me now, aren't you? Now I'm thinking I shouldn't have said that because the next thing will be a reel of me on Instagram on fire running around my garden.
Yeah, look, the thing with frying, it's consistency, the consistent temperature. You don't get the consistent temperature like that on the barbecue.
Yeah,
you don't.
I think, well, that's why you'd have to get the heat in direct. And I mean, and most things when you're frying it, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that 100% because
I've done it, mate.
You frying things for a very short period of time.
No, I've done it, mate.
If you're frying a fish, 5 minutes max.
I did it without a fryer. Fried chicken without a fryer was horrendous. Trying to keep that temperature at 175 degrees. Otherwise, I'm literally this on the dial.
You've set. See, now you've.
It's just good. I didn't like, and the outside was always burnt, and the inside was raw, and I'm like,
now you've set me a task.
So I'm sitting there going, right, the outside's done, but the inside's still raw. What am I going to do? Do I let the outside cook or
fire up the microwave? Fire that microwave low. I'm gonna have a play around with that, like temps on that. See, yeah, I reckon it's like you got to do like more of an indirect vibe.
No, because
you know what I mean.
I don't think you can because you need it at 175 degrees, so that's not indirect.
Well, say because if you had your coals here and you had your bowl slightly above here, it's still getting a lot of heat. I'm gonna try it. I'll record it. Watch this space.
This episode is brought to you in part by Alfresco Chapel, a proper barbecue showroom up north. They're the go-to stockist for all your grills, smokers and pizza ovens. They've got everything from rubs, sauces, fuels, woods, coolers, butcher's paper, you name it, they've got it. They've even got pizza dough, craft ales and frozen meats now as well. Whether you're deep into outdoor cooking or just getting started, it's well worth a visit. Head down to Market Street in Adlington or follow at Alfresco Chapel on Instagram and go and visit the showroom. You will not regret it. Big thanks to the guys for supporting the show. Now let's get into it.
And then grilling gear. Yeah, so Ryan says, throughout my journey, it's probably worth saying, Ryan is an absolute legend in the barbecue community. So if anyone knows about the UK barbecue scene growing, it's going to be this guy. He pretty much introduced me to the community that I didn't know existed. And he says, throughout my journey that has led to Grilling Gear UK, I've seen UK barbecue transform from a seasonal pastime into a year-round passion. There's a real movement happening. Even more people aren't just grilling burgers anymore. They're exploring fire, smoke and flavour with serious intent. We're proud to be part of this evolution, designing and building high-quality, British-made gear that fuels those unforgettable barbecue moments with family and friends. It's not just cooking, it's a lifestyle, and the UK is finally embracing it. And again, I think I have to sort of just nod my head and agree with everything that he says there.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's probably been said a million times, hasn't it? But how many times have you been to a barbecue or hosted a barbecue or been to your friends at a barbecue? Everyone hovers around. Everyone is just sort of, you're just drawn to the barbecue.
I actually got invited to a barbecue on Friday.
Did you? Did you go?
Yeah. And
did you listen to the podcast?
No.
So you can be truthful.
No, I can be truthful. Don't get me wrong, right? They had like Costco burgers and stuff, but it was gas.
So it was a camping store.
No, it was probably a big 2-3 grand gas barbecue, big thing. Felt like they hadn't cleaned it before, so because they put like mats down on it, but then it was smoking loads. So to me, that means there's a load of grease underneath.
Yeah.
So it was smoking loads. So it did me. I didn't really, because I'm in my nice clothes and I was getting covered in smoke. And they kept saying, "Do you want to take over?" I was like, "No."
No, I don't know how to wear one of them.
Like, "How do you want to take over?" I was like, "I don't. Honestly, I don't want to." I just didn't.
I think people, what I found is like they'll never say it, but it's like they're checking with you that they're doing it right.
It's good. Like, don't wrong. The burger was good. It was a nice burger.
Yeah. I bet everyone was like
Gas grilled.
nice.
It was nice. It was nice. Like
dirty small burger. Nice. Tasted like last week's.
Loads of dirty smoke on it. It was sound, obviously. It was all right. But yeah, they just kept. So in the end, I just stood back with a beer, saying, "Just make sure that mine's over 68 degrees, please."
Yeah.
And that's it, right? I'm not bothered. Over 68, please, for my burger.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I don't really care. Because I just wasn't out for it. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't fancy it. I just, you know what I mean? Like I don't really get invited to barbecues, to be fair.
No, well, I do, but then I get asked to cook.
I think that's what they were aiming for.
No,
man.
For a lot of times, like our friends, someone's going, "Look, come to a barbecue." Like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, do you want to help? Like, by help, do you want me to cook? Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, the missus said before we went, the missus said, "Oh, do you want to cook a brisket for it?" I said, "No, do heck." So it's not my barbecue.
You can't set a precedent. Everyone will be inviting you to a barbecue to see you bring a brisket.
You should cook a brisket for him. I was thinking, absolutely not. Am I cooking a brisket for him?
That's a
so I didn't. I resisted, mate. I didn't.
Fair play to you.
I didn't.
Sometimes I can't help it. I did it at Ryan's.
Wasn't that? I was like, when you're in like your Sunday best sort of thing. I just didn't want it. I don't mind if I'm in my scruffs or whatever, and like getting grease all down me. But if I'm in like decent clothes and that, I just
I tend to. I can't help myself. I do. Right, sometimes I only realise I'm doing it when I'm like mid turning something for someone.
No, I didn't even pick up a set of tongs, mate.
That's the worst thing I can do. If I've got a pair of tongs in me on that. So
I didn't even pick up a set of tongs.
But yeah, right. I mean, Ryan, touching on there, it's the moments with family and friends as well. It's not just about the cooking and the experimentation and how far British barbecue has come, which are all valid. But it's that eating together, because people don't do that a lot. People are busy. It amazes me how many families don't sit at a table and eat dinner.
We make a point of it.
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely. No. My kids are sitting at the table and we're all sitting together. Like.
Yeah, I do. It's a big thing in my house, because I think if you let it slide, and I know that some people are probably in a position where they can't do it, like shifts and stuff.
I even make sure, like, nearly, I get her to come home. She's like, "I've got to come in for 5 o'clock on Sunday." Yeah. Oh, well, I'm out with my friends. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're coming and sitting down with the family, having a
It's a good habit. If you're able to do it, do it. It's a really good habit to have.
The problem is with barbecue though, it's hard to put a time on it.
Yeah, I know. But then, it depends with cooking. If you're doing chicken thighs,
Anything.
do something like that, or kebabs or whatever.
Or, you're doing something big. That's why I've started doing overnight cooks now, because I was sick to death of you're getting up really early and then you're like bumping the temperature up to make it a bit quicker towards the end.
Yeah.
Just because you're like, it's 6 o'clock now and like it's not even finished.
Yeah.
So that's why I've got into the habit of doing overnight cooks now.
Yeah. Them ribs were only just ready when I got up on Saturday morning at 6:30. Only just ready. And I just hot held them, and it was just that that perfect thing where I got them out of the hot hold, out of the gastro, put them on the thing, and everyone's there like, ooh, and 3 bones, you just go,
Put them on.
just 3 bones just out, and the people's just like, oh my god. So yeah, I think cooking it like you say overnight early and just holding it, it's only going to make it better.
Yeah, to be honest, even if you haven't got a hot hold, 5 hours in a cooler, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 hours is sound, even 6 hours, you won't have an issue. As long as you just like charge it up a little bit with some really hot water first.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before. I've held for probably a good 5 or 6 hours without doing that. Just putting it straight in and putting towels around it. Done.
Yeah, I've just got into the habit of just pouring it, not fully boiled, but just before it's boiled, just pour it in, lock it in, close the lid for half an hour, let it out, straight in.
Yeah, can't go wrong. And then Big Green Egg got back to us, which was really nice. I had a nice chat with Big Green Egg, and they said 100% we've seen huge growth. It's not just the seasoned cooks now wanting to get out there and flex their culinary muscles outdoors. A slightly younger generation, particularly those in their late 20s, early 30s, becoming more interested in the Big Green Egg. One of the main reasons people are investing in the Big Green Egg is the sustainability aspect, and a lifetime warranty on ceramic parts are major reasons for the investment. You can do a variety of cooking methods beyond just grilling sausages, including baking pizzas, smoking meats. The possibilities are endless. There's a massive significance in the investment in outdoor kitchens, which I can confirm.
I feel like this is just aimed at me, by the way.
People are increasingly viewing outdoor kitchens as permanent features in the gardens, leading them to invest in high-quality products like the Big Green Egg. How the Big Green Egg compares to traditional barbecues in terms of longevity is the Big Green Egg is designed to last a lifetime with proper care, unlike traditional barbecues that may rust and need replacement. It's a similar argument to charcoal, isn't it, really? Community figureheads, including you guys, with the things that you are doing, are only helping normalise being outdoors cooking. Podcasts, schools and events are all integral in highlighting this pastime, which is fantastic for relationships, mental and physical health. We're confident in the route the UK BBQ is headed, and we're proud to be part of it. Again, can't disagree with anything that's been said in any of the quotes. That was quite a long-winded one. But
I always say that when people say about like ceramics and stuff. It's like, well, you spend £100 a year on a barbecue, you might as well just buy a ceramic and then just have it for like 20 years. Yeah.
Well, lifetime guarantee. A lot of the major ceramic suppliers do have a lifetime guarantee on the ceramics. And like you say, you can't really argue with that. When people like go, how much? And you go, yeah, but that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like if you go to Asda or Tesco and you buy one of those like tin
people buy them
barbecues for like
buy them every year, right?
Yeah.
In the lid, and they go, I'm not cleaning that.
And then it's not just that. It's then they're buying charcoal that because it's so thin and can't retain the heat, they're just burning through charcoal like nobody's business. You're in a ceramic. You can like we've just said at the beginning of the pod, you can reuse your charcoal. I reckon what you'd end up saving in charcoal after 3 or 4 years is paid for itself.
It's cheaper than the oven.
Yeah, it's paid for itself. I'm a big believer in that, and buy the best of what you can afford at any given time. So if you're in the market for a barbecue, like think what is my budget? Don't think I'm going to get that because it's only £100. Like think, this is how much I can afford, and try and get the best thing you can get for that. And do you know what I would say is haggle. Ask. It amazes me how many people like don't ask. You know me, I'm a cheeky sod. I do not. What's the worst thing people can say is no. I will ask for anything. It could be for my background of like going in builders' yards and haggling. They used to hate me coming in. But ask. They can always say no. So if you go into a store and like something's like slightly out of your budget, say, look, can you do this? Can you do me a deal? take it away today. Can you do me a deal? Ask, man. Just get the best that you can get for the money that you've got to spend. Don't waste money on tat. What is it they say?
You buy shit, you buy twice.
Oh, yeah, but what's the saying?
I don't buy shit, buy twice.
Maybe I'm thinking of the thingy one. Measure once, cut twice. It's the same idea though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's measure twice, cut once. That's coming from a China. It's Sunday. It's been a long week. But yeah, I mean, first off, massive shout out. Thank you to the brands that got back in touch with us. So Monolith, Thermapen, Cadai, Grilling Gear, Big Green Egg. Was there another one? That's it. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate it. And I mean, there's a lot there to be thinking of, and I think none of them there were disagreeing with what we said about the fact that the community is growing. That's coming from, they're more on the retail side, and they're saying that they can see that it's growing. So yeah, just keep doing what we're doing, I think.
Good to be part of it.
It is really good to be part of it. One major part of it is going to be October 4th. It's for the barbecue community.
Get yourselves there. It's a free event. You just need to go online and pay £10 for a ticket, which secures your place, and then you get your £10 back when you sign in on the day. Gets refunded to your card. So it's for the community. It's by the community. When I say it's by the community, it's not just me and Deck now. There's like a lot of people involved. We've got a little WhatsApp group. Steve and Adam at Alfresco Chapel. How many people are actually involved in stalls and demos? There's not far off 30 people, you know.
Everyone's just jumping in. The amount of people, the amount of stuff that there is going to be to do there and see there and learn there for free, and people just giving up the time and coming. Yeah. Not just giving up the time, like people are actually, it's costing them money to come and do something. It just kind of shows you that, you know, this daft idea that we have, like people are getting behind it, which is like surprised me because I thought we were just the only two idiots. But it's going to be a really, really good event, and I'm really excited for it. I can't wait now. We've got a lot. We're getting close. It's inching close. Remember when we were talking about a few weeks ago? It felt like it was ages away.
It feels like it's like a month or two.
Yeah. It's not long now, and we've got holidays between now and then as well. No. Well, yeah, I think that's it. So I think probably before we, unless anything you want to add?
No, I just think any listener shout outs?
I don't know. Any listeners?
Just have a quick look.
Mm-hmm. But one thing probably worth saying while Deck has a quick look is probably best just checking on the inbox on the Insta.
That's what I'm
podcast. If you're not following us, give us a follow, give us a like on Spotify. If you comment on Spotify, we have said it before, anyone who comments on Spotify, your comment will get read out. You will get acknowledged. So if you want a cheeky little shout out, message us on Spotify. And please do give us a 5-star rating if you can. It really does help.
Liam's done a shout out from Meat Freaks.
Yes. Have you seen that smoker that's coming?
I've seen it.
So Meat Freaks are coming on October the 4th, and he has just put in the finishing touches on, and I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's probably the biggest chamber smoker I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's massive. So they're going to be coming, and he's basically just going to be cooking all day and giving out food and chat. And so if you want to know anything about, he's an ex-chef. If you want to know anything about smoking meats or offset smokers, or how he's building his smokers, or if you're interested in him building a smoker for you, he's just going to be there cooking and doing that and answering questions and just hanging out with us all, really.
So Ryan's tagged us in a post. There's some venison with a haggis crumb with a romesco sauce.
Check Ryan out.
Very well plated. It looks like he's had some Steve signatures to it.
Oh. If you're interested in seeing what we're seeing, if you go to Eat Cook Foodie, all one word on Instagram, you'll see exactly what we mean.
He's definitely had some tweezers out with his plating. So Gareth Smoky Spitfire.
Oh, has he tried my spuds?
Looks like he's tried your spuds.
Yeah.
Hasselback's ready to go.
I used them. I done them at the event on Saturday. You know, everyone loved them.
You know, he's been influenced, he said.
I know. Make sure you use loads of butter. So I'll say the butter just
Declan Rowlands has mentioned him in the start. I don't even know what I've done. Oh, yeah, I've mentioned doing me tacos out.
Yeah.
Who else have we got? Sean.
Oh, he just shared our thing, Sean.
Yeah,
he just shared. But yeah, if you want shout outs as well, if you want anything announcing, if you're doing an event, if you're doing a pop up, anything, you could be doing something locally or a local charity or anything. You want to shout out, let us know, inbox us, and we will do it. Give us a follow on Instagram, give us a follow on Facebook. if you are interested in attending the event in October, you can get tickets from the Millington Hall Farm website, or if you go to CheshireBarbecueSchool.org and go to the events tab there is a link that will take you to get the tickets to book your place, and it would be amazing to have you there. There are still some camping spots available, but not many last time I checked. They had a really big uptake, so yeah.
So Cosby Barbecue.
Oh yeah.
So hey, listen to the podcast. My top accessories are slow and sear for my kettle. Basically it doesn't leave, and I can easily do 8 hours smoking using it. Also paired with the drip pan with the sheet of foil, makes cleanup easy. Only fire vortex for wings. Could probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Can easily max out the temp gauge doing wings. My Thermoworks thermometer, the older one now, but with the wired probes, is invaluable for monitoring the pit.
Yeah.
Lastly, my Thermopen, which is obvious. So yeah, shout out to Cosby's Barbecues.
Cosby's Barbecues. That's the Weber kettle accessory, isn't it? He was talking about.
Yeah, it's the one where it has the middle piece, doesn't it?
Yeah, like the valley thing. Yeah. I've always looked at that. I was looking at picking one up, but then I don't know. There's some things that I just think, I want it, but do I really need it?
Yes, you do. You asked me this, like. That's it, really.
Yeah. Thank you everyone who's commented. And yeah, follow all the socials, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, share everything that you can. We really do appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. I don't think we've got anything else to add. So until 2 weeks' time.
Till next time.
Keep the flames lit.
And the fire's burning.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
From the Shack podcast is sponsored by Thermopen. Designed for chefs and loved by home cooks worldwide, Thermopen ensures perfectly cooked food every single time. With its unrivaled speed and accuracy, sleek waterproof design, and a 5-year guarantee, Thermopen is certified to perfect every roast, bake, barbecue and steak. Myself and Dec highly recommend Thermopen, as it's the only food thermometer that we use at home, as well as when we're cooking at our pop-ups. So cook to temp and not time, and enjoy the episode.